Good morning, Math 8. Today is Monday, April 27th, 2020. If you could just write down what we're doing today. Pause and do that. There's a little more on the bottom here, so I'll make it bigger. Okay, you're back. All right, so first, try this problem. Let's review this problem. I know this is tricky, so I want to make sure you're okay with it. Okay, all right, so remember to put a 1 in. If it doesn't have an exponent, put a 1. Then if there's one outside a parenthesis, you draw arrows to each exponent, that exponent, that exponent, and that exponent. Rewrite the first one because there's no exponent outside this. Okay, that's done. Times, so that's -2 times 1 is 2 to the -2. -2 times 4 is x to the -8. 6 times -2 is y to the -12. Move the numbers to the front, so that's 4 to the first times 2 to the -2. Okay, and now we're going to add. So we have x to the 7th and x to the -8. And that would give you x to the -1st power. And then y to the -3rd and y to the -12th would give you y to the -15th power. Okay, so now we decide what goes to the bottom. No, yes, yes, yes. Anything with negative power goes to the bottom. So the 2 to the -2 drops to the bottom but becomes +2, right? The negative comes off. X to the -1 becomes x to the 1st. Y to the -15 is y to the 15th. And then the 4 to the 1st stays on top. Okay, so now we're going to get rid of any exponents we don't need to simplify. And we also have to multiply this out, which would be 2 times 2. So we get 4, we don't need that 1 there, over, that's a 4. We don't need the 1 on the x, y to the 15th, final answer, okay, right now. Now, for today, I would actually not accept this. What can go into 4 and also go into 4? 4, right? 4 goes into 4 once. 4 goes into 4 once. You don't need that 1 down there. And you have x, y to the 15th. This is your final answer. So you would have normally left this, but you have to look to simplify that fraction. So I'm just going to show you that goes in once, that goes in once, but you don't need that bottom one because there's an x and a y15 here. So that goes in once, that goes in once. 1 over x, y to the 15th, final answer. Okay, second, add. All right, so pause and do it if you didn't. Okay, so for adding, there's a 1 here. That doesn't change anything inside. There's a 1 here and it's positive. So you just remove the parentheses. So it's 5x squared minus 3x minus 1 plus 7x squared plus 3x minus 2. Okay, and then you just combine like terms. So this and this would give you 12x squared. Let's talk about name again. Nothing when you add when you multiply, multiply when you exponentiate. Multiply when you exponentiate is what we did here. We multiplied them. This is where we added, like 7 plus -8 was -1. So it's add when you multiply, but nothing when you add, nothing. So you just leave the x squared the same. Then you have a -3x and a +3x. They cancel each other out. -1 and -2 is a -3, and you're done. Okay, we're going to subtract here. There's a 1 in front of this one. All right, pause and do it though. Take a second to do it. There's a 1 in front of this one. That doesn't change it. There's a -1 here. That does change it. So this, you can just remove your parentheses and leave them the same. Okay, now let's distribute. -1 times 7x squared is -7x squared. -1 times -2x is +2x. -1 times -1 is +1. And then we combine like terms. That gives you -13, nothing when you add, so leave it x squared. -2x and +2x, they cancel out. And -3 plus 1 is -2. Final answer. Okay? Last, fourth, put in standard form. Okay, so put that in standard form. Pause and do it. Okay, you're back. That means the highest exponent to the lowest. So we're going to start with this term first because it's the highest exponent. So we write 4x to the fifth. Next comes the 3. This was negative, so make sure you put negative 2x to the third. Next is a 2, so it would be positive 7x squared. And then your last number at the end. Okay. What is the degree? The degree is the highest of all of them. So your degree is 5, the highest exponent of all of them. Your leading coefficient. Coefficients are the numbers in front of the variable. So the leading one, so 4 is 1, negative 2, and 7. But the leading one is the 4. And what's your constant is the number at the end right here. That doesn't have a variable. That's your constant. And that's that. Okay? And make sure you do the classwork and have a great day.